Since we're here,
Yeah, I'm serious.
this is what the show's gonna be about today. Now, since we're up and at it, I am learning a lot about family with them living here and the dynamic of family. And it's very interesting. And I'm not just talking about them and how they parent, but it's very interesting dealing with more than one kid and having to parent each of them differently, and all of them having their own set of circumstances, their own ideals, how they want to move, what they do and don't. It's a lot to juggle. With one. It's four in here. Five if you want to include me.
Six.
Right.
Six.
It's a lot to juggle for two people.
Two.
I'm not talking about
One person.
One.
See, you see.
Okay, come on.
I mean, for real.
Okay, I'm being for real.
So
joking.
in
But go ahead.
this Timmy situation, we're trying to help a young man navigate his early stages of young adulthood, if you will. And I can see how it's tough to manage as the mom who's caring, and as the dad who's the man and trying to help the mom. Because now this I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be totally out of bounds here. But from the man's perspective, with just raising the boy, I have to navigate him and the mother.
What do you mean navigate the mother?
Like helping her understand that he's a young man. Because Shannon is just trying to not Shannon per se, but the mom is just, not just, but she's nurturing. She's, you know what I mean? She wants to make sure her baby boy is okay. That's what I'm saying. When the dad is more so like, his approach is not so hands-on, let him live, let him fall, make the mistakes. He's young, bit by boom. You know what I'm saying? The husband or the father, I feel like, is helping the mom and the son navigate.
Navigate through what?
He's helping the son navigate through life, the course of being a young man.
Basically helping both of us transition.
Correct, right.
Into his young adulthood.
Correct. Do you understand that?
Okay, but how?
Do you
I
understand?
understand what you're saying.
But
Okay.
how?
Do you think that that's what you think that that's what he's trying to?
Well, I'm removing y'all from it.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking about just
Yeah.
But
in
what?
general.
But what's the man's perspective?
Well, I think it's case by case.
Okay. So what's this case perspective?
What do you mean?
What's the perspective
What's
of
the perspective? You
the
said it's case by
father
case.
to the?
What?
I'm removed from it so far. It was a week ago. I'm not. My mind's not there. I think it's just very.
It's yours. Y'all have the same perspective.
Right.
Y'all have the same perspective.
Right.
I gotta think about it.
Okay.
I gotta process it.
So what do y'all think a 20-year-old should do?
A young man?
Yeah.
What do you mean what he should do?
What he should?
What is it okay for him to do?
Well, yeah. What is it okay? I mean, what do you think? As a 20-year-old man, you know.
Not a man. Oh, okay. Wait. No, wait.
Young
This.
man.
I'm sorry. This is a good conversation because I said also in the conversation that, and there was no man in the house when I was when I was a teenager. But I had just as much, or if not more, at an earlier age, freedom to move around than what Timmy does. In high school, my senior high school, I was coming to the house on Fridays, 12 o'clock in the morning. However, the kind of kid I was, you can correct me if I'm wrong, at that point made a difference. I wasn't getting in as much trouble as I was when I was younger.
And
The same thing we were talking about Timmy. He's a good kid. So he ain't out here just, wow, he's hiking. He ain't at the club. You know what I'm saying? He's a good kid. So him having a little bit of freedom ain't
Freedom to do what though?
you understand my point about me and you? See? All right.
Y'all, I think freedom is abused. Like, just because you are good, we want to maintain your reputation of being that good kid. And so if I give you too much freedom, then you can remove that reputation by making the wrong decision. He has been making good decisions all of his life, but he's now entering into adulthood where it's easy to make the wrong decision just because you think you can do what you want to do.
And that's the mom talking.
But
No, but for real.
That's
no.
wisdom.
But
I agree with you, but then from the man perspective, like, well, let him make the mistake.
But let them make okay. Well, everybody, we can't stop nobody from making mistakes. So everybody's going to make some kind of mistake. But what I'm asking now is that where is their life headed? Like you know, you got a job, okay. You're young. You're 20 years old. You got a job at X, Y, and Z. But is this the end? Is this it for you? Mm-hmm. Is this job it? Where are you? Because you have dreams and goals of doing this at this time. Where your dreams and goals are going to hit? Because when you come 25, where do you see yourself in 5 years? At the same job?
That's what I said to him. I said that to him too.
Yeah.
I did. That you look up tomorrow and you'll be 27.
Mm-hmm. So what have you accomplished?
So, but I also think it's unfair to put the kind of pressure on it. Listen what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
I'm listening.
Are you?
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's that condescending thing you do.
Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm not trying to be condescending.
You don't have to try.
No, but go ahead. Go ahead.
This is what I mean. Ask, not just these kids, but asking a kid at 19, 20, what do you want to do? That's going to change 3 or 4 times in that same year.
That's fine.
They don't know. Okay. So to expect to, I don't want to say to expect, but between the age, I forgot what it is, but between the ages of 18 and 21, you don't have a clue. You don't know.
That's not everybody.
This is not Michael saying. This is the therapist saying.
I don't care what the therapist says.
But you
can see
it's most young kids. It's between that age, you have no clue.
Okay, that's fine.
No clue.
That's fine. But we don't want to make our children think between this age you have no clue. Maybe they do have a clue. Maybe they do. But here's the time in between that age. Where you want to direct them at? Where do you want them to start thinking about? Let's just have fun,
right?
Or let's just figure out where we're going to be in life in the next 5 years. Because if we have fun for the next 5 years, when do I start thinking, 25 now, let me find out what I want to do? Or am I going to keep having fun for the next 5 years? Now I'm 30. Let me start thinking about what I'm going to do. So if they can start at a young age right now, at 19, at 20, at 13, at 14, at 15, start redirecting, because there are a lot of kids out there that have redirected their mind to doing great things at an early age. It's not the majority. It is some out there. So why not else?
Right.
Why? I don't want them to grow up thinking that they got to be 25 to decide what I want to do now. Mm-hmm. I'm 18 in college. I'm 13 still in school. We have to teach them to a different way. How do we do that? We just got to instill in them something different. Because I'm going to hang out with this girl, I'm going to hang out with this boy, I got my little girlfriend, I got my little boyfriend, hee ha and all this kind of stuff. What? And you look up, 5 years has gone past, and they still in the same situation, the same boat. They have not accomplished anything. They still work at the same job. They still doing this. I didn't go to college. I didn't do this. I'm not saying they have to go to college, because a lot of people don't go to college, and they still become successful in their own right of what they wanted to do. Yeah. What do they want?
And fun is always waiting. You know what I mean? Yeah. You have the weekend for fun. You got, you know what I'm saying? You have after work, after school for fun. Fun is not going anywhere as long as you got breath in your body. Like, we're not in some weird, country where we're hiding, out running for our lives every night. We are in a free country where fun is everywhere. So if it's like, we're 20, like, just live it up. This is how it is. Like, I know that's how it is. That's the thing. I don't want to glorify what the world has standardized what it is to be a 20-year-old male, and so just live it up. It's like, no, also go volunteer somewhere. See if you like working with children since you don't know what you want to do. See if you like working with the elderly since you don't know what you want to do. Maybe go walk somebody's, make yourself useful. Dog. I don't know, I'm just making up stuff. But you know what I'm saying? Like, make yourself useful outside of serving your own desire to have fun. Because that don't get you anywhere. And that's what I thought that I would be able to get from the two men who knows how it is to be 20 and 21 and 22 and 23 and 24, 6, 7, 8, 9, 31, 2. Like, y'all have been embedded in fun for more than 5 years.
More than long enough.
Don't be looking over here all crazy.
Ma'am. What you find out now that it wasn't fun.
Right.
How about that? After you indulge in all that time that you thought was, no, let's tell the truth.
Let's tell the truth.
You hadn't been having fun all these years?
Oh, what years?
Of your living.
Ma'am. You was in the mix. You
I just got, no.
No, what? You just got what?
No. Yo, y'all are something else. This is what they do.
No, you just got what? No, we asking you a question.
I'm giving you the answer.
We can rewind.
We can rewind.
I'm gonna edit this video.
I just became Mixie Mike within the last 3 or 4 years or so.
What was you doing before that? What was you doing before that?
What is wrong with this guy?
Okay, wait a minute, hold up. What were you doing before that?
Y'all.
No, I'm just asking you a question.
Y'all.
I'm asking you a question. What were you doing before that?
It wasn't fun.
What was it though?
I was figuring out life.
Okay, so then you add. Wait a minute. Okay, come on, because I'm listening. I'm listening now. You were figuring out life.
Let me give you. No. I got you. Let me give you this timeline.
Okay, come on.
In my early 20s, I was just working. Didn't know what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I got some sort of, I don't even want to call it career, but I became I was in corporate sales.
Okay, all right.
For 4 to 5 years. I had a good paying job.
Okay.
So I was there.
Okay.
Working on my entrepreneurship, writing my book, our book, if you will.
Okay.
Don't do that. I wasn't just having fun. I was writing books.
Okay.
I was
writing a book. Come on, books.
I was writing books.
What book?
I was going on tour promoting the book. Don't do that. I don't do that, bro. So now that is fun though. I was having fun doing that. But the kind of fun they talking about, I wouldn't have. Hold up.
Okay, let's go ahead. Keep on.
I resigned from the corporate world to focus on writing our book. Completed that task. Things got a little rocky. I went back to the corporate world. Went back to corporate sales. It wasn't it for me. I got fired.
I thought you gave back your job. You gave the job back.
The first time.
Okay. But you went back.
So I got fired.
I felt like yeah.
Why did you go back?
And then you didn't want the job, you resigned.
And I was trying to figure out life. So from that point in time, there was no fun. I was figuring it out. I was still living here. Didn't have a job. Didn't even have a car.
Okay.
Y'all remember that?
I was driving for Lyft.
How old was you then?
I wasn't even 30 yet.
Okay, all right, go ahead. Timeline, go ahead.
During that time, I started doing real estate.
Okay.
Getting to it. Trying to establish myself more in the entrepreneurial way, figuring it out, learning businesses, practices, things of that nature, getting to it.
Okay.
Pandemic happened.
Okay, let's make
I'm giving you the timeline.
Okay, what happened after that?
Now everybody in the house.
Oh, so that's when you became Mixie Mike.
You know what I'm saying?
He reinvented himself. He reinvented himself.
Started getting a little bit more money. This is when it came. I started seeing more money. I started having more fun. I started traveling more, being outside. That's when it really came. Traveling more, being outside more, and then I just got Mixie.
What does Mixie mean?
I was having fun.
Okay, then what happened with the fun? The fun messed you up?
The undisciplined fun messed me up. My point in the timeline was, y'all said I was having fun all my life. No, I was not. I just started having fun 3-4 years ago.
But it wasn't fun.
Yeah. That's
what I'm saying. It wasn't fun. So the fun part in your life was the beginning part when you was enjoying your traveling and your touring and all that stuff.
And you're working.
That's what you just said.
Goals.
I was working. I wrote books. And I was on tour and I was having fun doing that. So it seemed like the fun part is the part that you was focused on. It was something valuable.
The discipline part was the fun part.
Was the fun part for you.
I'm agreeing with you, yeah.
Because you're working towards a goal.
Right. But so that after you lost focus for whatever reason, the chunky drunkie came.
And life was masquerading as fun.
Right.
But it was
that's the part. So that's the part I'm saying. So
going up in
when we're talking, like, you had something going, right? But you lost focus. So when we're helping the younger generation, when we're inspiring somebody else to go on that road, how do we share with them this part? Because as you said, you was in your 20s when you wrote the book. How was you when you wrote the book?
Yeah. So if you were in your 20s,
focus. Why can't they be in their 20s?
Why is it excuse?
I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying I wasn't 19 either. I'm not saying you can't.
No. Is that 19 and 20 ain't no difference.
It's a huge difference.
He's 20. He's not 19.
No. I said I was in my 20s.
It doesn't matter.
The difference is
what?
This is the difference. Which is why I'm the chosen one here. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm for real.
Well, for real with you. We listening.
All my life, I knew what I didn't want to do.
Which is what?
Which is work for somebody.
Okay.
I did not want to do that. So every job I had was a process, was a means to an end, whether it was to save the money there or to grab while I came from that experience and learn, whatever it is. I knew I didn't want to do that, but I had an idea of what I wanted to do as far as writing and being creative. Now knowing what you want to do is one thing. but it has to be cultivated. It has to be crafted. It has to go through a process of, what's the word? I want to say rejuvenation.
Fermentation.
Yes, thank you. And that in of itself takes time. So me writing a book at 26, I'd already knew the vision and the plan that God had for my life, of the idea of the road I was going down, that I wanted to go down. So it came easy for me.
Okay.
Not everybody knows that early.
Okay, but wait a minute, hold up. But how?
Well, why are you making that face?
Yes. Because I feel like it has to be cultivated.
Cultivated was the word. Thank you. Cultivated was the word.
Yeah, like and so I'm not saying that like a spark of brilliance or genius or like an aha moment can't come while he's having fun. I'm saying we're encouraging having fun versus disciplining yourself to figure out what's next.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. It's like, okay, have your
fun. Since you don't know what you want
to do. Because
it's 20, have fun while you 20.
I don't know. I don't know where you got that from.
Well, it sounds like what you said.
That's what you said.
It sounds like what you said. But if it's not what you said, let's just say, okay.
This is what they're saying. This is what it's like to be a
20-year-old. They had fun. They don't know what they want.
No.
That's basically what you said.
No.
But
so what do y'all mean then if that's not what you're saying?
We were talking about a specific part of the experience with a female being in the picture.
Okay.
I was talking about that specific part.
What about it?
What?
You're 20, bro. Like
What? You 20. You 20. You can sow your oats at 20 years old with a woman, right? You can.
I never said that.
Whatever you're saying, you 20. It's a woman in the picture. Whatever. It's an assumption of what you're saying. It's the appearance of what you're saying.
Wait a minute, hold up. You got a little girlfriend. You're gonna be in the mix with her. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but here's the deal. How we encouraging this relationship, because you can get in the mix with this but not just the man, both sides, the female and the male. When we talk to them about you being in the mix with this person in your life, you explain to them, if you're getting into this part of life, this can deter you.
Right.
Yes. That's what I said.
So what's the fun part about it? Because the focus now should be getting your dreams and stuff in order, because she will be there.
That's what I said too.
You did say that, but you
but
also
I'm
saying, but you know what I mean?
All right.
Okay, no, seriously. Okay. Because if you go by your own experience of you creating and writing and enjoying that time, you were more focused on that than you were focused on any woman. Then when the situations turned bad, not saying bad, but when you had the relationships and they didn't work out and all this stuff, your focus became lost for a moment. So how do you discipline yourself to the point that even when you get in a relationship and it's not going to
Me? What I'm gonna say is leave them alone. But because it ain't no, they gonna be there. So it ain't no, balance it out.
So, if that's the thing,
you talking about the women. So my advice is going to be leave them alone for now.
Okay, so why isn't your advice that right now? Yeah. That's not focused on him or her right now.
Because that's not that person's path. Because if that's what they want to do, let them do that. But while you're doing that.
So what did I say? Y'all left him with the impression that he did what he wanted to do. That's what I'm trying to get you to see.
I don't see it.
You just said it.
No.
Well, okay, let me ask you a question.
That's like saying, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Why not, with all your experience that you've had, and your best experience when you was in your 20s, you was focused on something that you wanted to do. Why not say, go get what you want to make your life successful? She's going to be there.
That's what I said. Y'all, this is what y'all are saying. This is what I hear as a man. This is what I hear. Mm-hmm. If Connor, my son,
where's he at? Could you give him his bottle?
If I have a son and I'm preaching to him, wait till you get married to have sex. Mm-hmm. Wait till you get married to have sex. Mm-hmm. That's the standard. That's God's way. Mm-hmm. Women out here, they're going to be here forever. Just wait till you get married. I promise you, I've been there, done that. It ain't what you think it is. No matter how good it feels, whatever the case is. Mm-hmm. Don't do it. But if you do it, wear a condom. Mm-hmm. Is that in support?
Is it in support of him doing
but why are we saying, but if you do it?
I see. I'm the type.
No. I want you to. I don't. You about to answer?
Like your intention is to be in support, but.
I want you to process before you respond, because that example is exactly what you're saying happened with the young man that we're talking about. That I gave all the right facts. I gave all the right doctrine. But at the end, I said, be smart though, bro. I'm telling my son, don't have sex. If you have sex, at least protect yourself.
Or before you,
You're saying,
or before you decide that you're going to do it. Or before you do it.
I want her to answer the question.
Okay, I want to answer this question too.
Because you're saying it's easy to walk away with support from one area. But is it the same?
I feel like you're not discouraging what he wants to do.
I think.
Why are y'all having a
no, because I think that
they can't answer the example.
No. Let me ask you. You gave him a way out without knowing you gave him a way out.
Like you gave him
because you said
this is. I give you two sides. Here is this side. Right. Be careful as you choose this side. Because you already like, but you know, go ahead, have fun, but just be smart. It's like. This is you're already demonstrating that you're a little bit too immersed in this already. You fall back. So remember, y'all was like, well, it's like you're trying to give him rules to tell him what to do. Just say it. This is where I stand. I'm not in support of this at all. I'm not going to say have fun. I'm saying don't do it. If that's what you choose to do, my son ran away. I can't do that, right? He's 20 years old. I am saying don't do it. I already know where this takes you. You'll be just one of the lucky few who don't get taken down that road, right? But this is where it leads. Don't do that. You're doing too much. Stop. You can still do this. You can still do that, but you have to do it at a lesser degree. You're diving in too deep. And so like what I was telling y'all is that y'all gave him the option to choose how he be safe, and he don't know.
That's very interesting. That is
right, because that's what they take from it. You be straightforward with them. That's not good. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it. Would you rather? Let me ask you a question. Would you rather for them to do it or not? Let me ask you this question.
I don't think it's that. Let me ask you. No, that's a good question. I don't think it's that black and white.
And I'm about to say, let me ask you a question about the path. Let me say, well, that's not his path. I'm going to show you the path. A better path. I'm showing you a path. You don't know to take this path. Take this path.
That's because the Bible says take it. So wait a minute, hold up. So why not say this is the right thing to do? That's not right. And you can look back. But even if they have history, of a person of doing something, especially if they have history of doing something, and you can see the history of it. We keep telling them to be safe in that bad behavior.
Yeah, you can't be safe. It's
not true. Safe. It's not true. That's not true.
But what?
Hold up.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead. Keep that. But go ahead, ask the question.
So, in your bad behavior, what was safe? You finally came to a point
where because that's where I was going with it.
You stopped. What was safe in your bad behavior?
None of it was safe.
Right.
No. I didn't choose the safer option. So with me with me having a history of drinking, if my son decides to drink, I can say, bro, don't. I've been on that road. I went to jail for it. I did all that. I got the blow in my car. I've done it all. But see, it left my pain.
It's just but it's painful.
But I would tell him, if you do drink,
what was that?
Don't what?
What you did for? Okay, go ahead. It was just random. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I want to hear that part that you were tell my grandson.
Under no circumstances do you ever get behind the wheel and do it. Because I can't control. I'm not gonna be with him 24/7.
Right. This is what I'm saying though. Let me ask you, because this is what I hear.
Well, I'm answering Sam's question about how do you dangerously, how you be safe and be dangerous. What have you said? Like, how do you be safe?
How was it safe?
How do you make a bad situation safe?
Right. why would you?
You're trying to make, listen, by any means, don't get behind the wheel. You were too incoherent to realize that you shouldn't be behind the wheel, and you got behind the wheel. So his situation is already bad. Like, you're trying to make all right. In the midst of your irresponsibility, be responsible and don't drink and drive. You're drunk. You don't know what you're doing.
So why not just not drink?
Just don't do it.
Just don't drink. So now you adding, but if you do, you told him not to do it. But if you do,
I trust that you're going to make a good decision.
Now I cut out the but. Just takes away the whole thing you told me in the first part.
Yeah.
Just don't drink.
Just don't drink.
Here, not just because of driving. Drinking can mess up your liver. Drinking years down the road, your body all starts deteriorating from it. We can give them all of the reasons why they shouldn't be doing it. We can give them all the reasons why they shouldn't be having sex outside of marriage. We can give them all the stuff. You sleep with this person, you got that spirit. You got that spirit. You get so involved in them, you don't even know where your mind taking you at. We can give them all these reasons of why. But if you do it, be careful. No, I'm not going to tell you be careful. Just don't do it. Now, if they make the decision to do it, when they look back around, they can see, I should have never did it.
Right.
I should have never did this. Now I understand why I shouldn't have did it. But not just don't be careful, because I'm going to teach my children and my future generation the same thing. Just don't do it.
Because there's so many reasons, like when we say, well, like people always use it, but just use a condom. No, because I can say, they have condoms for safe sex. That doesn't stop you from getting herpes. If I kiss you and you got a herpes bump, and what? So now what? Like there is so many different things that if we're talking about like just not transmitting a disease, like you can get a disease, it's not just from that way. So you know what I mean? Like, so what is the deeper reason behind why I don't think you should have sex? Is it because you went to get an STD, or is it because you're building a relationship with people that you don't even want to be with? You are messing around with all these women. You're ruining your reputation. You're not saving yourself for the one that you really want to be with. You could have a baby. The condom could like, it's so many other reasons. Like, it's just a dangerous situation. You're playing with fire thinking you won't get burned. And guess what? What happens with most people when they get tired of using the condom because they say it don't feel good, so they take it off.
Or they buy thinner condoms.
Whatever. Why just
by the bear skins?
Why just not?
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay, so why not tell them that then? Yeah. Just don't.
And just stand on the no.
Well, now I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm arguing the other side because we're having a show, and I do see.
We don't need to. Not for the sake of the show.
No, listen. I'm playing. I'm on the other side because there's a part of me that I still understand. I understand the other side.
But we don't want.
But listen what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
Listen. I told you that 20 minutes ago.
Go ahead. No, you listen.
My little brother doesn't drink, and every 6 months or so he'll have this inclination of one day I want to drink. Yeah. But I tell him don't. I tell him don't. You don't need it. Right. Even if I'm drinking around them, nah, he good. Don't. So I hear what y'all are saying, but in a he ain't that kind of kid though.
What kind of kid?
What does that mean?
Like he ain't the mixy type. So you really ain't got to worry about. Follow my example. So you really ain't got to worry about that with him.
About what?
About the drinking, the drugging, the. Listen what I'm saying.
Not true.
All they need is one.
Yeah.
All you need is one.
You're missing my point.
No, you're missing the point. All you need is one. Drink. No, seriously.
And like the buzz.
Yep.
I ain't even get to finish my point.
Okay, what's your point?
I forgot what the point was.
Yeah. Right. You said he ain't that type of person. He ain't this. He ain't that. He ain't this. Were you always that type of person?
Your point was that we don't have to worry about him. He's not that type of kid.
Were you always that person that was going to be a drunk?
I was outside.
And like,
you were that type of person.
No, listen. This is my point. I was exposed to it. I was outside. I was in the mix at an early age.
But does that? So what? Okay.
So the influences around me had more of a factor to play in it. Malik's not the same kind of kid.
So do you think? Okay.
I think all that matters.
No, okay. So if you start drinking now and you start hanging around certain people now, you don't have to be 14. You can be in your 30s and take that one drink and start being around people that drink and still
or
go.
Take that one and realize this is why I never. This is why I.
But why do it?
I'm not saying you should. I'm responding to what you just said. I'm responding to what you just said. I'm not saying you should. I'm saying cool. You said you could do it once and love it. I'm saying you can do it once and realize why you ain't do it all the time.
Right, but this is what I want to say. But for him to see how it has affected you, right, or other people, Why does he want to do it?
He still wants to.
Why do you want to even try that thing?
Which means that he could be that type.
Right. Why do you want to? Why do you even want to do it? One day. Why do you want to just take a drink? For what? You got to ask that question. When you see what it can do for people, to people, what's the point? No, that's something to think about.
No, I agree, and we can stay in this realm of him. When he had the little pregnancy, well, no, it wasn't a scare, but the little pregnancy situation, he was in the mix. You know what I mean? That little girlfriend, sexing, but his whole outlook has changed on that.
Oh wow.
On sex. Boy had sex in years.
He's traumatized.
For real. Like, and sometimes that's all it. I'm sure he knows the importance of it, but like me and Josh were saying, sometimes they're gonna learn on their own.
Right.
But what I think what you and Josh were missing is that you're not teaching them anything to counter. Go ahead and just learn on your own. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no other influence. So he's 20, he's a man, he just got to figure it out. And it's like, or you can help him figure something else out.
Right.
That's what it is that
I'm also not the boy's father.
It's not about.
Well, listen. Hold up. This is what I'm saying.
Pat.
This is what I'm saying.
See that was one of the dumbest things.
No, this is what they don't listen. They don't listen.
No, you don't listen. Go ahead.
This is what I mean by that. They have more of a parenting mindset than what I was. So I'm in the same conversation, but I'm not in the same mindset of that. I'm just giving my nephew just advice. I'm not coming from the parent perspective. They have a little bit more invested in the sense of them being his parents. So I'm not viewing it that way.
But he's your nephew.
Which is what I understand. But what did you just respond to?
No, but you said I'm
not thinking about it from a parental perspective. So me saying no. This is what I'm saying. Shannon saying, well, help him figure it out. I ain't not a plan. She's coming from it as the parent. I'm not looking at I'm just talking to my nephew, giving him some advice. Yo, redirect your energy, bit by boom. But if you're gonna be outside and be in the mix or be whatever you're doing, be safe. To me,
I don't look at it like that. I look at it like I would tell any person that don't do that. And I do tell people, like when we was having a conversation. But
you're also a parent though. You're also a parent.
But I'm not their parent.
But you're still a parent though.
But why you gotta be a parent?
Why gotta be a parent?
Why do you have to be a parent?
I gotta be a parent to tell you.
Why you just can't
your
be
mindset is different.
But your experience is different. But your experience didn't make you different?
Which is why I'm telling him what I'm telling him.
Okay.
But I'm talking about that extra mile Shannon's talking about. The extra mile.
But you don't have the extra mile now that you sick.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I understand. No, I understand you wholeheartedly. But what I'm trying to get you to see is that all that you have been through.
Why can't you just stop right there?
No,
and understand me wholeheartedly.
I'm trying to get to understand the question.
You don't understand that. When we understand you doesn't mean that I understand where you're coming from. That doesn't mean I can't counter what you're saying.
So what I'm saying is that you see us as parents. You know, as parents, we have made some mistakes. And as parents, we want the best for our children, period. Or the best for people, period. It ain't even got to be my child. But what I'm saying is that in some of my experiences have made me not want to see nobody else ever drink again. Period. So your experience that you knew what drinking took you to, why ended with, or you know what sexing has took you to, why ended with, but if you're going to do it, be careful. No, I just don't want you to do it.
Don't do it. It doesn't end well.
Come to me. If you decide you're going to do it, let's talk this out.
Right.
That's what I'm asking you. Why not go that way? That's what I'm just asking that question.
Do you think that's realistic?
It is realistic for some people.
It's realistic.
No, I'm talking. See how they just respond?
You ask the question.
You say it's a question.
You ask the question, we answer it.
And I'm not being worldly. I'm not being carnal. I'm not being
a
sinner here.
Okay. You see that movie? What's your name on the screen?
Michael.
As the young man, do you think it's realistic for them not to be out here?
Yeah, I think there are some young men who have. I
do think that there are some young men. You think everybody out here doing it?
Yeah, they have.
No, okay. Without laying the boy's business out there.
One of the kids, one of their good friends.
I know some right now.
And one of their good friends are like, we not going to no HBCUs. They're like, why? Because they got too many STDs there. Like, there's people who think like along these lines.
I was that young man.
How were you?
Until I wasn't. And this is what I'm saying. the realistic part is he's already spent the night over the girl's house. Like they're already in the mix.
Well,
of that
doesn't mean you can't change your behavior pattern.
I agree, but I'm talking about that extra. Y'all saying cut it off at just don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Stop doing it. Stop doing what you're doing.
But starting it was the process.
What do you mean?
Him beginning to do it that is a process. It doesn't just happen overnight.
It doesn't seem like it happened overnight.
Well, it does. But
what do you
it
mean?
does. But okay, well,
stop peeking through the window one day.
Stopping it is not going to happen overnight, though.
So, but why not?
It's case by case.
No. But why doesn't it happen overnight?
Michael.
No. Why doesn't? But for the most part, why doesn't it?
This is my point.
No. I'm asking you to really dig deep. Why stopping it? Why does it not really stop overnight? Because them spirits are entwined. This is the part that we want to talk about. It really, once you start this stuff,
That's what I'm
and
saying.
that's the part we need to start focusing on.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the negative.
So while he's in the mix, wear something.
No, it's not even about. It's not about that. It's not you.
No, it is.
Woo!
It is.
That went over your head.
I understand what I agree with what y'all saying. I understand what y'all saying.
What I'm saying is be preventative, and I think that you as one of the men in his company, me as a woman in the company of my girls, right? It's like be preventative even for them where I can be. So it's like, okay, I'm going to do this so that this won't, so I can, redirect. I will help redirect their interest because I'm going to show them something else to be interested in. And then if they don't like that, we'll keep trying to find things to be interested. I can't be everywhere all the time. I am aware of that. But if I could say, well, you know what? I'm not going to go out with my friends this weekend. I'm gonna make some arrangements to hang out with the girls instead. Because I need to put more focus and attention on their choices. They're not making wise choices. They're not making wise choices. And they don't know that they're not making wise choices. They're just doing what they want to do. They're just exploring their freedom. That's it. Like that's.
So if it was the girls, what would you tell them?
About what? Are they doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Well, I had a whole conversation with Bryce.
What would you tell them?
I would tell them the same thing.
What? Go ahead, fun.
No, redirect the energy.
But at the end of the day, would you tell them if you're going to do this,
be smart.
You tell them the way it's going to be?
Well, we wouldn't talk about sex with Timmy. We were just talking. But if I had a daughter, I would have the same conversation.
Tell her what?
Don't do it. If you're going to do it, be safe.
See, and that's the thing that I feel like.
Maybe I gotta sit back and think about.
A lot of parents
I'm
feel
lost.
like that.
I'm lost.
It's not anything you're saying wrong. I think that's the dangerous part, giving them the idea that
it's okay.
It's okay. Like, just be safe. I don't think you should do it. Don't do it. I really advise you against it. But if you're going to do it anyway, don't do it. Do not do it. Like when I finally had my own talk with him, I said, listen, I stand where I stand. You're never going to make me budge. The answer is no. I don't think that you should be moving like this. It is what it is. I'm not going to budge. That was just it. So we ain't got to go back and forth about it. This is how I feel. I don't have no wavering.
So what do you expect to come from that, though?
What you mean?
Okay, cool. My stance is my stance. And where do we go from here?
If you're asking me my opinion and you want my respect or you want my, what's the word?
Blessing.
Yeah, like you want my blessing, is like you'll never
You're
have
not gonna
it.
get that.
You're never going to get it. And this is why.
Okay.
And I outlined my reasons why. And my reasons for me are good reasons.
If they decided to make that choice to do it the other way, then that was their decision.
That's their decision.
It wasn't me that said, but if you do it, because now
so the blood's off your hands is what you're saying.
It's not about the blood being on my hand or off my hand. It's the fact is that I'm not condoning what I don't want to condone.
Yeah.
Because I just told you I don't want you doing this. But if you decide to do it, that but cancels everything I said before. Mike,
I hear y'all, but I'm stuck.
Well, okay. What does the but do when you have?
I understand. I wrote the book.
Okay, so if you wrote the book, then why don't you understand?
No, I'm talking about the.
If you wrote the book, why don't you understand it?
I'm talking about the firm stance in not doing it, don't do it. We leave it at that.
Right.
I understand that,
but
the other side I think is also okay to acknowledge. it's possible that it could still happen.
It is possible that it could still happen.
I'd rather my daughter. I'm sorry. Let me say this correctly.
Mm-hmm. Why can't
I'd rather my daughter not have sex.
Mm-hmm. And then that's what I would tell her. I do not want you doing this.
But I don't want you walking here at 13 with a baby either.
I do not. First of all, at damn 13, they shouldn't be doing it. Period. No, wait a minute. Hold up. I do not want you doing this. If the urge ever come to me. Mm-hmm. Why we can't end it like that? Mm-hmm. If you are redirected in that direction, come see me because you know where I stand at, and I'm telling you this for a reason, because it can lead you down a path that you never want to go down. So there is no but, because that but is if you do it, be protected. Mm-hmm. That but could be a young man got a hold of her at 13 years old. That's 20.
Right.
That has whispered something in her ear that made her think. And then she could think about what my father said, but be protected.
Right.
A 20-year-old people can grab a hold of them.
Like that man, the teacher, remember?
Right. They was upstairs in the same
apartment complex. She was missing for like a week or so,
right.
wasn't it?
And she's upstairs with him.
And just remember last year?
And Pikesville somewhere. Like so it would always be, I do not want you doing this. Period. My answer is going to be no. Yeah. Period. Point blank. Period. Now, if the urge come to me, because my answer is still no. No, but not get protection. Mm-hmm. Don't use a condom. Don't do this. Don't know. Mm-hmm. Because here's the deal. From when we grew up, the world is really, it was always cunning and conniving. But what these things is out here now, it's just worse.
These things.
I don't know what they are. It's worse than what it's ever been. Yeah. And then you have these young girls and these young boys that really do not understand. A lot of them don't. They don't go outside like we used to.
And they're searching for love.
They're searching for
it. They don't take any type of attention because love is sitting right on their phone.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That's on their phone. That's all they keep talking to me. They in my DMs. Like it's easy for them to get love, and that's what the world is searching for.
Because of all this, not that they're not being loved at home.
Right.
Because they are being loved at home. But it's a different kind. These demons are cunning and conniving. It's whether they're a man or a female.
Right.
Period. So a woman can get a hold of a man because they cunning and goddamn gonna connive and tear him inside out, and he won't know what hit him.
Right.
So there would be no but if you're going to have fun, wear a condom.
No fun.
You got these people that just met somebody 2 days ago, and the next day, 2 days later, they in their bed. You don't know that person.
Right. And it's like redefine fun. Like
what's so fun about that?
It's not fun. Redefine fun.
Right. Laying down with somebody ain't fun. Mm-hmm. You lay down and you get up, head twisting around in your back of your neck.
Right.
Shoot. Redirect your energy. Mm-hmm. You see why can't fun be? Look, you want to look on the internet? See all these young people that's doing great things. Mm-hmm. I mean, seriously, it's a lot of young kids that are very smart and intelligent. They have wrote books, they write poems, they got businesses, and they're having fun building their legacy, building their dreams. Let's go to Beyonce doing look at Blee Ivy. Look at that.
With you was when you were doing all your stuff, like you were enjoying the process of chasing your goals and accomplishing your purpose. So people's purpose is not to go out and have fun and meet people and hang out and stay over their house. That's not
fun.
Yeah, that's what's fun about that. It's
and then you look up. Next week she don't even want you. She got somebody else. Or he don't even want you. He got somebody else. Mm-hmm. And you so messed up in the mind. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what it is that you think I wasn't listening to. But I feel like even now we heard you both loud and clear.
I don't know if you understand or not.
We understand what you're saying.
Oh, I understand what he's saying.
Yeah, because
but do you understand what we're saying?
It's not like we haven't been 20. Like, it's not like we haven't had fun, you know? Like, it's not like we're not coming from the real world experience. Like, I understand, and I also understand it don't get you nowhere. Look, it don't get you nowhere. Yeah. Don't do it.
But they don't, and a lot of these kids don't know the real world experience.
No.
They don't.
Especially since all they do is sit in the house and they're on their phones. They don't know.
Somebody could easily manipulate them.
Yeah.
They do not have a clue. Mm-hmm. And here's the deal. We don't have a clue. I have a clue of back in the day. Right. I have a clue of how the world was back then. I really know they ain't. What? Fool with these people? And they can't even fathom watching their glass of water. Mm-hmm. They can't even. They so busy on their phones all this time, and somebody spiked their glass of water.
Right.
They can't even fathom that. They can't even fathom when you go out. Don't drink. I should tell y'all don't drink nothing because you can't catch somebody all the time putting something in your drink. Don't drink nothing. Matter of fact, don't eat nothing.
Right.
It's crazy out here.
I was just somewhere. Where was I? And I was like, I don't want that. Like recently. Give me another one. Was it with you?
No, it was not with me.
But I mean, when you had the conversation with these people, these young kids, grown kids, or whoever, what you gonna tell them? No is it? No. I stand on my no.
I'll be a different auntie for Connor.
Yeah, Connor ain't going nowhere.
Connor ain't going nowhere. Like, Connor, go sit down.
Yeah, go sit down. Here, a little change.
My daddy said if I decide. Hey.
So he think that we strict. He gonna be more strict than that.
Right. Oh yeah.
Hey, you gonna have a handcuffs on Connor around you.
I never said y'all was too strict. I'm just saying.
Overthinking, overprotecting.
No, I understand. I understand.
Oh, that was it.
I borderline agree with most of what y'all said.
Borderline, you said?
Yeah. What's borderline mean?
It's some room.
What's the room for what? To say yes?
No, it's not for me per se, but I understand.
Do you agree?
Well, see, that's where Shannon gets that from.
What, do we agree?
Yeah. It's not, ain't no agreeing and disagreeing.
Yes, I know I'm asking you. Do you agree?
You gotta have understanding.
Do you agree, though, with it?
The Bible says, no, like get understanding, not get agreement.
Okay.
Yeah, it does, but sometimes when there is not some sort of agreement,
I agree.
You can't really stand with me.
I agree. I want to ask you a question, and I'm going to wrap this up. That's you. Is your, and if it's too, let me know if it's inappropriate for the airwaves, and I can cut it out. But does your oldest son's experience have anything to do with how you parent your younger children?
What's his experience?
Him still trying to find his way.
Not parenting the same way.
Okay.
I think that our dilemma might be that we have two different parenting styles. But mine it's like what you started with, meaning, when you said it's a lot trying to navigate all of these children, basically. So consider that I am primarily doing it by myself. Like the intimate interaction, and I deal with all of it. So it's overwhelming to have to figure out, remember this. It took me a minute just to have a talk with him. Remember, I got to worry about their prom right now. I got to drive them to Annapolis. You know what I'm saying? I had too many other responsibilities that I can't focus on one specific issue. Even if I do feel like that issue might be a priority, but I also was on a time clock making sure they had to get their stuff ready for prom. You know what I'm saying? So I had too much stuff. So I think we just have two different parenting styles, and then he's a lot more liberal than I am. You know what I mean? They go and learn. I don't feel like that. I feel totally different. I feel like I learned for them. You know what I'm saying? I don't need them to learn the way I learned. Let me be the wisdom. You don't need to make the mistake. I already made it.
And that's what I'm learning by being with the Brady Bunch being in here.
We're not the Brady Bunch. We're one family. There's no other kids in here. They're our children.
The Brady Bunch had their own kids.
Yes.
Yeah. She had her daughters. He had his sons. They came together. That's what
really?
It's a blended family. Yes.
Oh, I don't like the Brady Bunch then. I don't blend family.
Oh, dang, boy. You ain't Brady Bunch.
What about Full House?
Full House they were a family, except for Joey. He was the friend.
But all in the house was their own wifey.
They were all his wife passed away.
Oh.
And Uncle Jesse was the uncle the brother of the wife.
Oh.
So yeah, they were all one family.
This is my point I'm getting to. How you're saying, I don't even want to say that, give you some grace because you was young, but whatever. How you're saying your parenting style from Josh is different. You're more conservative, he's more liberal. and I've had my talk with some of my homeboys and their baby mamas about this concept too. About that's why it's important to not just be having sex and having kids with people.
So you shouldn't be saying, just be safe.
If I get into it knowing, oh, you would parent this way? No, that ain't. I can't have kids by you. No, I can see that being not but y'all in general being a constant battle when raising children. What?
We said, can you imagine how many women sit up there saying they had no kids with you?
Oh, they ain't got you. I ain't got to worry about it.
I ain't gonna be a grandmama too young. Yeah, no, I just feel like you're right, but like you said, we were young, and that's my point. People
don't even do it now.
What?
I don't think that's the approach now.
That is not the approach. Period.
Yeah.
It's not the approach. Like, you really have to have a different mindset. My mindset is just from literally my experience, and then we stack Christianity on top of it, right? So it's just my experience first. It's like I always just want to tell them this, right? But then now it's like, and then it's just not right. You don't do this. This is what the word says. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not whatever, but you know what I mean? Like, it's now layered. But yeah, why would I tell them to do something that I know didn't favor me? Why would I tell them that? It don't make no sense. It's like I gave y'all the example of there's a road and it's like, listen, don't go down that road. Well, why not? There's a hole down the road and you're going to fall in it. But I want to go. I don't care that you want to go, dummy. You're going to fall in the hole. There's no way around it.
Don't call anybody a dummy.
Excuse me. Y'all saying, listen.
Go around the hole.
If you can figure out how to get around there, go ahead, be safe. But y'all know there is no way he's going to fall in the hole. I'm not going to tell you to go down the road. The hole is this big.
I have to explore that more.
You just said, oh my God, you just said you agreed with us.
I said I agree with most of it.
But you're not saying most of it.
I said a lot of what y'all said. But that concept, I want to explore that a little more.
Okay, go ahead. Why don't you let's dig a hole when you go down the street.
I'm like, how is it down there?
Help me!
Can you help me out? No, you're stuck forever. There's no coming back from this. There's all your baby mamas down there, your unemployment, your lost friends, your DUIs. It's all down there where you are. That's where you are.
That's all. I mean, that's all you need.
That's all. It's like,
we
so
can do
why,
that right now.
Yeah. Why would I? I'm not that parent. I'm just not the parent who's gonna say, do it. Go ahead. Yeah. Like, no. The answer is no. If you do it, what you thought was going to happen? But I told you this. I told you. Listen next time.
And I think, for one thing, this is what I do think, and I could be wrong. When we're told no, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes we're going to do it because we're told no.
So some people are like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But when I come back and I did it and I was told no, I'm like, dang, I should have listened. I don't have my parents to blame or anything because they never gave me the okay.
Right.
But if you give me the okay, but if you do it, that's okay. Just for protection. So I would always tell them no. And then when they decide that they want to take that road, I pray they don't, but if they take it, it'll never be because I said so. But they will learn from their experiences, and so will have you. I never told you to go drink. Always to try to tear y'all from that, hanging out and all that stuff. You made them choices, and them choices showed up in a negative way, and now you've learned. So don't give it a pass to say, but if you do it, I've told you no, and this is what I stand on.
And just using the drinking as an example, because that was your issue, but like let's say somebody out here having sex and a sex addiction becomes their problem, right? Knowing that the drinking didn't just like, oh man, woof, that was a close call. I'll never do that again. That didn't happen. It persisted. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, don't, I'm not going to encourage you to do something that I don't agree with it. I just don't agree with it. I don't care how old you are. I don't care that they're going to do what they want to do. Do what you want to do. Don't ask me. Because I'm going to say no. Don't even ask.
And when they asking, they're looking for permission.
They're looking for permission.
Don't give them permission.
Yeah, I was just telling my girlfriend who has a daughter that's 19.
And they know it's wrong.
That's why they're asking.
Right. They asking because they know it's wrong. Or they sneaking because they know it's wrong.
Right.
They know that it's not right, so they need your permission to bless their wrong.
Right.
Don't bless their wrong.
She said they asked her, they stay over the boyfriend house, and I was like, she said, I didn't feel comfortable with it, but the boy mother was there, she was going to sleep here. I said, as long as she's asking you, tell her no. And she's like, I know, but I don't want her to feel like I'm trying to deprive her. I said, she's asking you for permission. Tell her no. You don't got to be like, no. She's asking, she's respecting you enough to ask you for permission. Say no. You didn't feel comfortable, say no. I don't feel comfortable, I'll come pick you up. Just say no. She's asking for permission because she knows she's 19.
Right.
And what she feels like in a child,
right.
a child to a parent mindset. Let her stay there as long as she can. Right. And now she probably is just staying over there.
Did she tell her no?
No, she said she let her stay. And I told her, I said, whenever they ask me for permission with stuff, I say no. I just say no. No, if I don't agree. If I don't agree, I say no. No, you can't do it.
So now she's standing there all the time.
Oh, I haven't talked to her about it again. But yeah.
But if you told her no the first time, if you told her yes, it's okay, and then when you find out that it's no good for her to do it, now she's gonna be fighting you. Well, you told me I could stay before.
Right. You can't be doing it every night. Like, why not?
I'm 19.
And I'm in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Whatever she might be saying. Like, I don't know. But anyway, so take note to all of the wisdom we, gave to you today. And ruminate on it. And then,
I didn't give y'all no wisdom?
Yeah. Give me some wisdom. Wisdom not to follow your butts.
On that note.
You did give us some wisdom.
What?
To set the hole for him so he can go down the street.
Oh, that's right.
Living life is the longest thing you'll ever do. In the shortest amount of time, you only get one. So whatever your dreams, goals, and desires are.
Even your closing is telling you to tell him no.
Yes.
Like, what the world?
Start over. Hold up. We're not going to close out. We're going to close out with it, but I want you to say it, and then think about as you're saying it.
I think every time
No. But just say
living life is the longest.
No. We're not closing out right now. Let's just talk about it. Go ahead. Living life.
No, we're closing.
No, we're not.
Because I want to talk about something.
What you want to talk about? Something after we close?
Yes.
But just say it for a minute. Living life.
Ma, come on.
I'm just asking you.
Living life is the longest thing you'll do.
Oh, stop. Living life is the longest thing you'll do. What does that mean?
Well, it's two parts.
Okay, but living life is the longest, but living life. What does that mean? Living life.
Well, I can't explain that part, but I'll say it in a second.
Okay, living life is the longest thing you'll do.
In the shortest amount of time.
Okay, that's it. Let's go right there.
Well, explain that?
Yeah.
Life is short. It's also very long.
Right.
It feels long, but life is just a mist. It's a vapor.
Okay. So why add all that other stuff in that's having fun part and all that stuff that's going to take away from the part where you can really live life? Go ahead.
And you only get one.
And what?
So whatever your dreams, goals, and desires are, make sure to get the job done. And remember while you're doing that his name is Jesus Christ and not Tom Cruise. Because there's no such thing as a mission impossible, because we can do all things through Christ that strengthen us.
And see that part right there? There's no such thing as mission impossible, because we can do all things through Christ that strengthen us. A 20-year-old
is not doing anything through Christ if he is at the girlfriend's.
No. But I wasn't gonna say that part. But a 20-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, everybody can have a dream and a goal at a young age. They don't have to be in their 30s or 40s or 50s or 60s. They don't have to make all these mistakes. They don't. They can do it now in the mindset right now. Faith. So they don't have to wait till they get a certain age. And I think sometimes we teach them that. You gotta be, but if you look on and out there in the world, not of the negative stuff, there's a lot of negativity, but I'll tell you, behind all that negativity is a whole bunch of positivity. You can find a lot of young age children, adults, older age adults and stuff. They took a while to get there. Their mindset has changed, but you do not have to be at 20, at 15, at 10. They doing it. They are some that's doing it. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we can close with that. So now you can go ahead and do your close.
It's done.
It's not done. You've been disrespectful to mama. Go ahead and close.
Living life is the longest thing you'll do in the shortest amount of time, and you only get one. So whatever your dreams, goals, and desires are, be sure to go out there and get the job done. And while you're doing that, remember his name is Jesus Christ, not Tom Cruise. There's no such thing as Mission Impossible, because we can do all things through Christ that strengthen us. Till next time, I'm Mike.
I just noticed.
This is my mom.
Wait a minute. This whole episode, he's had the light on him.
The light is on everybody.
It ain't on. Look, it's all the way over there. Look at.
That's Shannon. We'll see you next time on the Mike and his mom.
Hope y'all can see me over here.